Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. And this is going to be our NFP live trade. Today is the 3rd of June. It's just gone 20 past the hour. My name is Russell Shumley, Senior Market Specialist at FXCM, and my email address rshort@fxcm.com. Just going to go ahead and bring up our high risk investment warning. I'll keep this on screen for a few moments, and we'll just start preparing for the release. I think this is going to be a tough trade. The last few have all been tough trades, but why I think this one is tough is because of the just the environment. You see, the Fed is counting on a strong labor market, so I think that any weakness here, and I think there might be weakness, may be amplified. I'm not certain. We've got 6 minutes. We'll see in 6 minutes' time, of course, what the picture is. Hey Zanetta, hey Raj, good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a really good Jubilee Day, Raj, and thank you very much for joining. I'm just going to bring up our market commentary disclaimer as well. And let's just bring up our references. So we're going to use Market Scope. We'll do a trade. It's a live trade on a live account. Forex Factory. So we'll use Forex Factory to get the data. There's going to be a bit of a delay. It's not going to affect our trade. I'm going to tell us. I'll tell you how I think we're going to trade. That's going to be slightly different to the other trades. I want to try use momentum here if we can, just because of the complexities in interpreting the data. I might use trading view. I might use trading view. I might not. Just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at, this is the FXCM US dollar index. I'm using my live account. I don't have access to the US dollar index on my live account because it's an FXCM product and there's some sort of regulatory prohibition for me to have it. But it's a really good instrument. So I want to just perhaps have this on my I want to have access to it if we need to. We don't usually look at it once the trade starts. We're going to be trading the euro. This is the layout. We'll do the trade on a 1 minute chart here. Okay. I have a 1 hour. I have a 15 minute, and I might toggle between these. I want to just show you what we have normally done previously. Actually, let's do this on Microsoft Paint. What we've done previously is we've waited for these pullbacks. Inevitably, they've been quite tough to trade. So either it's the impulse up, pullback, then we sort of try to catch this, or if it shoots down, then there's a pullback. And then we try to catch it on this side. It's always tough. What the previous trades have effectively been really good at is stop loss, showing our stop loss management. So it may be that stop loss management again, that's fine. What we're going to do is we'll use the stochastic here if we're able to. It's a slow stochastic, but it's on the 1 minute chart. We're going to be looking specifically at the 80. We're going to be looking at the 20, and that's our trigger. Okay. If stochastic hits 80, we'll look to go long. If it hits 20, we'll look to go short. But again, we are going to wait for that first impulse to kind of dissipate. We don't want to get stuck in that. There's also, you can't trade that, by the way. You can put on a position before, but you can't put it on the spreads, because the liquidity is so thin. Then the spreads will kill the position straight away. So we couldn't do this. We have to wait for it to settle. Target. So take profit, 20 pips. Okay. Stop loss, 20 pips. If we can achieve either one of these, we'll count it as a success, either a success in profit or a success in money management. what we want to try and do is we want to try and get the stop loss. We want to close. What they're right. Let's see. We want to be less than the stop loss. Okay, sorry. So that's the strategy. We've got 2 minutes. If there's any questions, ask. I think I've covered everything. One thing I haven't covered is the settings of the stochastic. This is a slow stochastic we're going to be using, and 1555. Okay, we're not looking at %D at all, so we're just looking at %K, the 15.5. Okay. Right, I think we can cancel that. We've got 1 minute, and let's see what the data is expecting here. And non-farm payrolls, we're looking at 325, and you can see it's starting to come down. So we just want to keep an eye on that. I think also I want to start keeping an eye on unemployment, because it's, I think, going to be quite telling. We've got 15 seconds here coming in. Let's see what happens on the chart. All right. Yoga. All right, so euro getting sold down quite heavily. So money going into the greenback. There's the fade. You see how quickly that, see the lack of liquidity there? See the lack of liquidity there? Okay, let's see if we can get to some sort of, let's find out what the numbers are. All right. Okay, so we've got 390,000. Okay. Unemployment stood at 3.6. Average hourly missing. Okay. All right. Let's see what we. So the job numbers here are pretty good. Unemployment staying the same. Inflation coming down a bit. Let's go back and see how the market's reacting. Oh, right. This is actually, it's a difficult trade. You can see how weird this candle is here. So you've got a huge shoot down. It fades very quickly. We've got our stochastic already in the upper quintile. I'm not quite ready to put the trade on just yet. I just want the market to settle. All right, let's just, okay, another 38 seconds on this candle. Let's just wait for it to settle. If I go silent, just begging your pardon, I'm just trying to process the information, but I'm here. And let's just take a look on the 15. Okay, so it dropped to that central pivot. Central pivots acted as support. Take a look at the stochastic on the 15 minutes, starting to move up. Still got support at that central pivot there. Okay. I think we're ready to. Well, we're gonna follow stochastic here. Oh, just give it a moment. I'm going to go back to that 15 minutes. So no trade input on just yet. Money moving out of euro. Let me give that a thought. Inflation potentially coming down. All right. Just waiting for the market to still settle. We will put on the trade. It's not on yet. Okay, let's just bring up those numbers again. All right. So the 3.6 missed and inflation's coming down. And the wages. Less pressure on the dollar. All right, let's just go back. Let's just start tracking the peaks and troughs here. Okay. We haven't put anything on just yet. All right, here's money going into the dollar, going out of the euro. So you can see the dollar now gaining huge bids here. Okay, let's just take a look at the dollar index here. Okay, we're on the 1 hour. Let's go down to the 1 minute. All right, so a lot of money now starting to go into the US dollar. Okay, look at the stochastic here starting to move up. All right, let's go back to our chart. Remember, a trigger here. Now we're starting to normalize. We've moved out of the 80. Okay, so now our question is, do we go back into the 80? Or are we going to hit the 20? Those are our triggers. Okay, this is a minute by minute chart, so we're going to get a result fairly soon. Just stick with me here. We're going to put on the trade. Stick with me here. Remember, 20 pips profit, 20 pips stop loss, one or the other. The dollar still being bid here. Take a look at that stochastic rolling over, heading towards the 20. Question is, are we going to hit it? So the strong job numbers, job numbers seem to be acting as a magnet for the greenback. Okay, here's the next candle. Okay, so here's the candle countdown right here. Keep an eye on that. Okay, look where our stochastic is now. Okay, so we're getting to that 20 level. We've got 25 seconds. We're going to get the next candle. A little bit of support now coming in for the euro. Let's see what happens. The move here is, wow, this has already been a 25. This is 25 pips right there. Okay, let's just keep an eye on this. Okay, let's keep tracking the peaks and troughs. Okay, so if we can get a lower peak here and we get the stochastic into 20, we'll take the short. Okay, 24 seconds here, guys. 23 seconds. We'll get the next candle. We're getting pretty close to that 20. Five seconds. Okay, let's just keep an eye. We might not. Okay, now we've hit it. Now we've hit it. Now we can't put on the trade until this candle closes. I don't know if we really are in the lower quintile. If we have a candle, a huge blue candle here, it's not going to close in 20. So we just now got 40 seconds just to be patient, and then if we're still in the 20, we're going to put on the short. Okay, now that looks pretty good. Okay, it looks like we're getting that lower peak in. Okay, we've got 20 seconds here. Let's just see how price reacts. We are at support here. Can you guys see that? This is a support level. And this level is being defended at the moment. Okay, we've got 7 seconds. I think we're going to put this trade on. Okay, so we've got a trade on now. This is a live trade. Just to be quite honest with you guys, it's a very small position, one way or the other. It's a very small position, but it's a live trade on a live account. You can see the stop. That's 20 pips away. We want to get this down as quickly as possible. If we hit our limit, then we get the payoff. Keep an eye on that stochastic. For us to get the limit hit, we must stay oversold here. It's not oversold. It's not the right word. There's no overbought. There's no oversold. This stochastic. We want to stay in this quintile, right? This is the lower quintile. Now, there's still some support here. You can see we're battling, okay? But we want to get this. We want to get the stop down as quickly as possible. So let's just keep an eye on that. Keep it on the stochastic. It must stay under 20. In order for us to succeed here, it must stay under 20. If it comes out at 20, that's no good for us. We're going to have to stop moving the stock down. Okay. All right, we fired in, so it's not great. The volatility is starting to I guess decline. I'm a bit nervous of that. Let's get some risk out of here. Okay, just slightly move it down. So we had 20 pips risk, right? Now we have only got roughly about 15. Okay, so if I can 5 out, keep an eye on that stochastic. Okay, keep an eye on that stochastic. That stochastic must stay under 20. If it comes out at 20, we're going to move the stock down again. Okay, because the momentum's not in our favor. Zanetta is just the touting, so she's short Kiwi US dollar. All right. So good luck with that, Zanetta. Hope it works out. Let's just keep an eye on the. Yeah, let's move the support level down here. Yeah, we got, okay, here's the support there. Okay, so we're testing the support now. It looks like it's trying to break through. Keep an eye on that stochastic. That's the momentum. That's the momentum. The momentum measured by stochastic. So we're at the support. It's holding. Okay, I might lower the risk. We're still only at 5 pips there. We're neither here nor there. Okay, now we've up to 3. So there's definitely some bulls that are defending this. Where are we? 107.05. Let's call it. 107.05 is seems to be a level that the bulls are defending. Okay, we're back at 5. You can see that 5 pips. There's a whole lot of support at 5. Keeps okay. We hit 6 briefly. Okay, let's just get a bit more risk out of here. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay, we're at 10. Okay, so we've now halved our risk. Okay. Keep an eye on that stochastic. Must stick there, right? Must stay. If it comes out, no good. We can get rid of this. Okay, let's just move our support down. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with now. So we're fighting this level. Let's put in our peaks and troughs. Okay. Now I'm going to be quite bold here. I'm going to treat this as a lower peak. If it's a lower peak, it's probably resistance. Let's just drop just to there. Okay. So now we've been very aggressive in getting that risk out. I'm hoping I'm not being too aggressive here, okay, because we're much closer to the price action, and we really need this support to give. Keep an eye on that stochastic. Okay, so we've taken out about 13 pips of risk. Okay. Volatility slowed considerably, so just watch that stochastic. That's what I'm emphasizing at the moment. That must stay under 20 for us to succeed here and hit our limit. All right, so this 05 level here, there's some serious support here. Serious support. So that's what's flummoxing our position. You can see now that the bulls are having a real go. So they're pretty close to our stop. Let's just see if we can get some sort of momentum back. Got 16 seconds here. It's getting pretty close. All right, this looks really dangerous for our position. See that stochastic rolling out? Okay, so 20 seconds. So this resistance level that we chose has held so far. I'm not certain it's going to hold. Okay, we're in a very tentative position here, but first go at by the bulls. We're repelled by this resistance area here. Let's see if it holds. The market's just now sort of an equilibrium. Bulls, bears kind of making up their minds. Which way should we go? Which way should we go? So you can see we stuck at 107.15 here. Right. Who's going to win out? Let's just see. Okay, so now we're in an inherently weaker position. We're in an inherently weaker position here because the stochastic's starting to curl out. That's not good for us. Okay. Bears seem to have won that round. Let's hope that they can maintain. Okay, so you can still see we're inherently weak here. Can you see that? It has to come back into the 20. We've got another 25 seconds to get the next candle. And if we can get through this support, which I'm not sure we can, but if we can get through the support, I'll move the position to break even. Okay. Okay, so that's heading in the right direction. Let's see if this candle does us any favors. We must get back under 20. Okay, our position is in danger of being stopped out unless we get back into 20 here. Okay, what have we got here? 30 seconds, we'll get the next candle. So now we're moving sideways. Okay, so this is the issue. We've now run into a situation where we're moving sideways. That's not good for traders. You know, we need the volatility. We need it. We need this to get back into the 20 area. Okay, so we're in a weak position. Let's just see if the bears come back to start offering euro again. See this over. Okay, so let's put in some resistance just so we can understand what's going on here, just in terms of support and resistance. So we're kind of stuck here, right? So we're in no man's land. That's what's happening. To get that break down, we need to get back to 20. We get at 80 here, we're done for. Then the stop's hit because then it's going to take out the resistance level. So we just want to watch this again. Okay, let's just follow the peaks and troughs. All right, so first entry, let's just make sure we understand. First entry was over here. Okay, on this candle, because that's where we went into the lower quintile. It hasn't been able to maintain that momentum. And how do I know that there's no momentum? Well, we're not in that lower quintile anymore, right? We're in no man's land. Okay, if we head to that 80 area, so if we start heading here, our stop's going to get hit. We need the stochastic to come back here. Okay, so Raj is seeing this as a lower peak, and I'm hoping it is. I'm looking at that too, Raj. But think about it in terms of the our three conditions. Remember, so we've got condition 1. Now we want to see if we get condition 2, 3. So let's see if that happens. Okay, so the volatility is really it's disappeared now. And take a look at that stochastic. See where it is. This is bad news for us. Bad news for the position. Okay. Let's see if our let's just see if our defense holds here. Okay, so our resistance level is holding, but it's very, very shaky, right? Just take a look at the 15-minute. Okay, so you can see exactly why we're having such a tough time here. It's we're on the central pivot. Okay, so that's what's happening there. The longer term hourly is actually in our favor. It is actually in our favor. It's just we're struggling with this the central pivot at the moment. Okay. Right, let's just follow the peaks and troughs. All right, so now Raj, now this looks interesting. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Now I don't know if we're going to get those three conditions. Also, they are less meaningful on a 1-minute chart, right? 1-minute chart, we're pretty close to the action, but so we've got condition 1. It means it's got the highest high in at least 3 candles. Condition 2, we've got it's lower than the reference candles low. Now we want it to close below that reference candle low. Then we might have a lower peak in. Okay, so which we've got. Now we need the follow through. Okay? Need this follow through. So it's actually turned into a real slow burn here, right? There's no volatility. We actually just moving sideways, and we just need to watch this. Of course, if there's no volatility, we'll end up closing it. Let's just give it a little bit more time to breathe. It looks like we may be curling here, although I'm not certain. It's also an ominous looking. See, we're getting the opposite here. Let's just hold on just for a few moments longer. Let's see if we can get a curl going. Gee, that's a real slow burn, isn't it? Just moving sideways. I'm just watching. If I go silent, I'm begging your pardon. I am, yeah. It's trading's always mentally challenging. Even that's why it's a low position. But of course, does get the heart pumping. Okay, we're at 54. Just moving sideways again. We are getting a sort of a curl here. So it looks like the momentum may be changing. See that? Starting to get a curl here. Our defense, so that the resistance has been holding, but again, if we don't get to this lower quintile, we're done for. We'll get done for. So we really need this to turn come this way. And then as Raj points out, so we need support to be challenged. And so what's concerning is most of the price action is taking place near the resistance. So it's the sellers that are actually under attack here from when we entered. Let's see if we get this. Here's the curl. Now, if we can't build on this curl, we may just close this out and say, you know, the volatility just unfortunately disappeared. But let's see, perhaps we even get stopped out before that. Let's just take a look. We've got 35 seconds here. All right, so we're now just hitting the top of the hour. So it's been half hour, and the market's just moved sideways. So of the opinion, we can close out here. Oh, we're right. Yeah, let's see if we get stopped out. I think we might get stopped out here. It's kind of at 107.18. Yeah. All right. Take a look where that stochastic is. We're starting to hit that 80. So very close to being stopped out here. So if we hold this 80, then the idea would be, well, wait a second, maybe it's the euro that's getting the bid. All right, so this was it. So we pulled out. So we got stopped for 6.4. We started out at 20. So that's pretty good, right? So we got 13 odd pips off the out of the risk side. Unfortunately, we just didn't get that momentum going. What's going to be interesting now is whether the euro gets the momentum this side, which would mean a bounce off of the central pivot here. You can see the 15-minute stochastic starting to roll up as well. So the central pivot's acting as a real sort of bugbear for the shorts there. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Go ahead and type those through. We'll try again next month. I think we'll use the same method. It was quite a challenging trade. It just didn't build in that momentum. All right, nothing coming through. So I guess let's conclude at this point, and we'll do it all again in a month's time. Thanks very much, guys.